kind of sounds. Actually, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
You know what, Jason? We're running out of time.
I
'Cause you
don't
just
remember what I was gonna say, dude.
So we should just start.
Hold on, I'm streaming. Danny is a liar. I gotta change this. Hold on, I'm putting this on.
You had a pretty busy weekend, Jason.
Yeah, busy
Last couple
weekend.
weeks,
This
you
weekend and
having
next weekend, I'm gonna be busy.
what doing next weekend?
Going to Palm Springs for Diana's birthday.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
What is in Palm Springs?
I don't
Is
know.
that? It looks like a desert to me, to be honest.
No, you're right. It does.
And she just wants to go there.
We're
Hey,
going with
whatever.
Jonathan and William. They're
I know,
veterans.
but that's what she wants to do.
She either wanted to do that or Vegas.
Oh yeah. Okay.
All right. We're currently streaming on YouTube. Let me get the recording so that we're at about 250 for all you lovely listeners out there listening to this live when you get around to it.
Hey, welcome to the
Ooh.
94.4 on the midnight train. Today we're gonna
SMG.
listen. SMG. We're gonna put a little bit pony for you, and not the genuine pony.
What's the other pony?
This is a shout out for Shaniqua. Shaniqua, your boyfriend Terrell says, "Hey,
Oh
I'm
my
sorry,
God.
baby boo. I'm sorry for getting that girl pregnant. I'm sorry for getting the second one pregnant and not claiming that was my baby. But hey, they told me that she was protecting herself, but I didn't thought that she was protecting herself with a gun, not with. Anyways, I'm sorry, baby." So
I don't know
that's a
where you got
message
those
from
names from
Tyrell.
now. Danny?
Yeah.
I think they were borderline racist.
They were? I know Shaniqua.
Oh. Were those names
did
you
know.
pulled from real life?
And Tyrell, I know there was a white guy that I knew.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Okay. This is just one of my things of do I believe you or not because you're such a liar from Okay. Let's get to this. I haven't gotten in. Let's get into this. For the ones listening on YouTube, they get to hear how I always mess up the intros because I get so conscious about the intros. So you're welcome. All right, so we're at about 4:30. You ready?
Oh yeah.
3, 2. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Sunday Morning Tangents with a couple of
Gents.
I am one of your hosts, Jason, alongside my cousin, my kisser, my kissing cousin, the handsome, the emotionally wealthy, the big booty monster dumper, Denny.
Thank you, Jason, for the. Did I just lost audio?
Solaris.
No, I hear you.
Did
That
it
was
not pick
me.
up?
Huh?
Did it not pick up my whole thing?
No, it did. It's just like the little static sound just went off, and I'm like, wait, am I hearing Jason? Did it just came up? Sorry, guys. That was a great intro, Jason. Don't change it. Just that was a great intro.
I don't even remember what I said, so it's gonna change.
You
next
said
week.
big booty, which, by the way, I don't know if you said big booty or something.
I
With
think
booty,
it's yeah. You have a dumper.
I don't. Denise sometimes confuses my back with my butt.
Been there before.
Yeah, it's like she's like looking for it. She's like, where is it? Oh, that's my fat.
I've been someone special out there calls mine the Great Watermelon Wall.
Oh, Jesus.
Because it's just so flat.
There's none.
It's me. That's what it is. The Great Watermelon is my ass.
That's our genes. That's our DNA. And you know what, Jason?
That's a good point.
If we ever have kids, that's it. We can't do nothing about it.
They're stuck with a flat ass.
And unless we go to some DNA, gene pull apart doctor, and we just tell them, hey, can you put big butt in our genes? So next time we're gonna have a kid,
That's a great point, Danny. You're making really good points right now. Do you
And
think
also lower, also smaller noses, please.
you don't
But
like your
yeah,
nose?
Jason, sometimes it just gets in the way
Of what?
of things.
Of like your vision? You
N-
don't.
n-
You don't look to have that big of a nose.
No. Sometimes it does get in the way. I'm like, it's all crooked and shit, and I'm like, oh,
You ever think about rhinoplasty?
you know what? It's not. I was talking with Denise, and I think I do need it because I cannot breathe from one of the holes of my nose.
What do you mean?
So, like, I broke my nose
When'd you break your
when I was a
nose?
kid. When I was a kid,
How did this happen? Tell
dumb
us.
kid. I don't remember exactly if it was the time when I was on the tree and I fell down face down, or the time that I also fell down, but I fell down on a rock, or the time I was riding a bicycle and I just fucking ate shit, and the people were just laughing at me when I ate shit. It's just funny, I don't blame him.
Hold on. Let me backtrack a little bit here, Denny. You mean to tell me you always try to break your fall with your face?
I didn't try to. I was just those times I was just going really fast.
How are you falling on your face so often?
I don't know.
Look, don't. I've been known to be a troublesome child. I was a troublesome child. I was always getting into some shit, and I broke Snapple bottles on my hand. I've drank mop water, but I never fell on my face that often. Well,
I don't know, Jason.
actually, I do have a pretty mean scar on my forehead.
Well, there we go.
Not on my forehead, but on my head. So maybe that's something else that we should get the doctors to
Yeah,
work
it's like
on.
something.
Give us a booty. Make sure we don't fall on our faces often. Figure this out for us doctors.
Yeah, please. Because
Like, what else are they doing?
What else are they doing? I think everything else is fine.
No, I mean the doctors.
Oh,
Scientists. What are they
Oh.
doing? Not much.
No. Are you saying it? I think they're trying to solve how to cure cancer, but that's gonna be a really hard. Yeah, I don't know, Jason.
Prove it.
Oh, they're trying to make us live longer.
Do we need that? Do we need that with 2 billion
what,
people
Jason?
living on Earth? Do we really need more people to live longer?
Do you remember the movie Elysium? Is it Elysium?
The one with Matt
With
Damon?
Matt Damon? Yes, the one with Matt
I never
Damon.
saw it.
And Diego Luna. Oh,
Diego Luna's in that?
yes, Diego Luna is in
I
there.
didn't know that.
He's a young Diego Luna with ponytail.
The movie's not that old.
No, it's not. But he looks somehow younger. I don't know why. Anyways, in that movie, I don't want to spoil it for you, Jason. Just watch it. But it has to deal with there's so many people. Do we need to save all of them?
He looks like such a Cyberpunk 2084
Oh,
character in this.
did you look it up?
Yeah, I looked up Diego Luna in Elysium.
Jason, you should watch that movie. I love that movie. Anybody who hasn't seen that movie, Elysium, it's a good movie.
I
It's
started it a couple
and-
times.
Ugh, you never got to finish.
No.
Ugh.
I've been
But I thought, yeah.
in not very similar to Tom Hanks, but a little similar to Tom Hanks. I'm getting a little tired of Matt Damon.
Okay, all right. You just not talking nonsense right now. With Tom Hanks, I get it. With Matt Damon, leave my Matt Damon alone, dude.
You're a big fan of Matt Damon.
I leave my Matt Damon alone.
Really?
Leave him alone. All right.
It's just it's came to my attention that is he a good actor? And I was like, yeah, right, yeah. And then I was looking through his movies, and I was like, wait a minute, actually, is he? Like, I thought about it, and I was like, I don't know, is he?
What? I mean, he was in The Martian.
Okay,
He did a
he
pretty
was
good job at
decent, yeah.
Good Will Hunting. His startup. That's the one
Startup,
with him and
sure.
Ben Affleck. They wrote it down.
But what's been a performance where you're like, wow, Matt Damon deserves? Because The Martian, he was fine in it, but it wasn't Oscar worthy. I don't think. I wouldn't think, wow, Matt Damon really deserves an Oscar for The Martian.
Do you think The Departed?
No, because I feel like he doesn't really have a lot of range.
He does.
Like he was
Jason,
not
you're
the
right.
standout actor in The Departed.
I mean,
in a cast filled with so many great actors like Jack Nicholson, Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Wahlberg.
I was gonna say Mark Wahlberg, but I was gonna say he was in Ted, but that was Mark Wahlberg, which it's another actor that I get those both confused. To be honest, Jason,
They
I
look
get
a lot
both
alike.
confused.
They're both from like the New England area. Easily
And then
confusable.
also wasn't Matt Damon the one who did the rap when he was young, or was it?
No,
Or
that
was it
was
Mark
Mark
Wahlberg?
Wahlberg. Yeah, when
Okay,
Mark
see,
Wahlberg
yeah,
was anti-Asian and he committed hate crimes towards Asians. Yeah.
yeah. And look at him now. You know,
Somehow these white people just keep getting forgiven.
somehow they just keep getting forgiven. You know, one time, Jason, this I told you this story already. This white kid just when I came to school, hey, what part of Mexico you from?
Mm,
And I'm like, I'm not Mexican. I just came from Guatemala. What part of Mexico is that from?
golly. They're just so ignorant. Just ignorance. Anyways, welcome to another episode. As I said earlier, don't forget, everybody, check us out on Instagram,
Jason.
Twitter. Yes.
Sorry, just how do we get from Matt Damon to fucking racist?
I mean, because New England. Because the New England. Everyone knows Boston people are racist.
Philadelphia. Did you saw the video recently with the?
Well, Philadelphia's not New England.
Well, I know, but it's close enough, right?
Sure, East Coast.
Yeah, it's close enough. Where there's a group of teenagers, like 14 kids. They were like in a slumber party or something, and they were painting their face black with their spray paint.
God, I did not see this.
Yeah, and they were making so they're protesting. The school apparently already, said something about it, and I think they pretty much, what's it called? Eject them? No, what's it called?
Expelled.
Close
enough. They both start with an E.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, they did that. So
New England and Boston is known to be racist. Their fans are known to be racist. Kyrie Irving, though problematic with his anti-Semitism, even though he denies being anti-Semitic, and yet promoting movies and documentaries that are anti-Semitic. He left Boston. One of the reasons he said he left Boston was because of how racist they were and how he was so frustrated with them. And it's all across the board in sports. The MLB fans who say they hate playing in Boston because they're racist. NBA, NFL, everyone says that they get called the N-word at least once when they go play in Boston. So they're just known to be like that.
Human beings, we keep going forward, but then again, we keep going backwards so much.
It's like that one Olivia Rodrigo song, right? One step forward, 3 steps back, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know who that is. Oh, Olivia Rodrigo. Yeah. I was getting confused with somebody else.
It's exactly like that song, isn't it? Which leads me to my topic, Danny, that I told you. I want to talk about sports.
Okay.
I want to talk about a little bit about sports because this was a very, very, very eventful week or two of sports all across the board.
Can I guess? What are you gonna talk about?
I don't think you're gonna know what I'm gonna talk about because I got a few topics written down on my little paper right here. But go ahead.
Can I guess, for somebody who doesn't watch sports as much as you? Can I guess what? Of
course.
So we're gonna talk about that has something to do with the NFL.
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna talk about how oh God, what's the name? Oh God, what's the name of the Jason, I just
That's okay. Let's move on to the next one. You think? I hear you typing. I hear you using the keyboard over there.
Yeah, because I'm trying to figure out what's his name. Oh God. Hold on, Jason. Just keep talking.
Okay. What I'm going to keep saying is I'm going to start running down through the topics. So if you don't come in with what your guess is, I'm going to start. I don't think people want to hear us stammering, Where'd you go? Who is that screaming back there?
Denise. Sorry, I went to ask Denise, but then she got a phone call. And
Why did you ask her?
I really want to know who it was.
From what? The NBA, you said?
No, the NFL. It was the famous cosmetic person,
Cosmetic.
and she's like, "Oh, look at my new boyfriend." Oh no, or something with my boyfriend. No, not my boyfriend.
What the
It's like
hell are
that
you
we
talking about?
lost this, and it was and she didn't show the guy's face. He just showed the back, so people were guessing. Are you with him, or it's a she? It's a he and she. You know.
Man, what the hell are you talking about?
I'm really confused right now, Jason.
What are you talking about?
Just
All right.
go
First
ahead,
thing I want to
Jason.
talk
I
about today,
apologize.
the main topic of the day today, is the NBA. The NBA, Danny, went through so many things this past week. Number one, they tried, well, I guess this was a week ago or 2 weeks ago. They tried to, the ESPN tried to induct some sort of thing called Michael Jordan Day because it was February 3rd of 2023. Stupid idea. Just ridiculous.
Whoa! What day?
February 3rd, 2023, 23-23. And they were like, oh, Michael Jordan Day. Shut up. Get out of here. No one cares. Look, everyone cares about Michael Jordan and NBA. Whatever, though. We don't need a freaking day for him. That's just ridiculous. Anyways, I'm going to blow right past that.
No, but hold on. Yeah, let's say something about that. He's a sports guy. Yeah, he has. I'm pretty sure donated money, but not. He hasn't donated money.
I don't know how much that money he's donated, but he is infamously known to not be a good tipper and not care too much about big donations. He is very stingy with his money.
No, then don't.
No,
Why,
I don't
why
want
you
to talk
giving
about this. I bring this up because he was quickly outshined after some problem. Oh, shoot. I think it was when Kyrie got traded. So Kyrie got traded and quickly outshined this whole Michael Jordan Day, which was just great. Kyrie Irving leaves the Nets to the Mavericks. And for pretty good. I mean, Mavericks lost that trade. I'm not going to get too in depth because a lot of people aren't going to care about all this. It was NBA trade deadline. Trade deadline, Danny. There was some big trade deadline. About halfway into the season, the NBA sets a date for the team's owners to stop making trades. You can't make any more trades. If you want to add anyone to your team, you have to go through the free agency. Players who are not in a team but are good enough, you could go get them. Huge trades, Danny.
Yeah. Huge trades.
There was something. Do you believe in the butterfly effect?
Yeah, you know what, Jason? I do.
I actually don't know if that's a belief system or not.
No, not a belief system, but more like if something, you can affect something really small and it can make something bigger.
I'm not the first one to bring this up, okay? But it's just very interesting the way this happened. So a couple years ago, the Nets got knocked out of the playoffs because Kevin Durant's size 22 shoe stepped over the 3-point line, right?
It wasn't even that much, to be honest. If I were to be one of the referees, I'm like, he's still on the line.
It's on the line. No, if it's on the line, it's not a 3-pointer. If his big ass toe would have been slightly smaller, it would have been a 3-pointer. They would have moved on to the next round and possibly won the finals. They probably would have won the championship because they looked like the best team on paper and on court. They performed well most of the time, but they lost. They lost because of that. That sucks, whatever. But they could have built a dynasty, Dan. They could have built a dynasty. If they would have won, they would have stuck together. They would have really battled through this whole thing. But they didn't. So that progressed to Kyrie not being happy. He ends up leaving eventually, right? Which means Kevin Durant now gets traded to the Suns. This fucking ring-chasing little bitch asks to get traded to the Suns, which already have a good team. They
already do. They already do.
They do. They had a great team. I might be misremembering, but I'm pretty sure they reached the finals a couple years ago. They have a good team. They get Kevin Durant. They now, in my opinion, have the best starting lineup in the whole NBA, and this could project them towards the finals. The NBA right now is crazy, Danny. There were so many other trades. The Lakers ended up making some good moves. The Nuggets didn't do anything. Everyone was scared of the Nuggets for a point, but now they might not be so threatening because they didn't make any moves. They do something. You should have been. Suns are gonna end up finishing, at least making the Western Conference Finals. There's a chance they don't mesh well. Chris Paul is known to be a hard ass. Kevin Durant.
He's already old, man. He's already, he's already
fighting
like,
for
hard-headed.
He needs to get his. If he doesn't win it this year, I think he's done. I don't think. I don't. We'll see. But he's known to be a hard ass. Kevin Durant's known to not take that very well. When he in his time with the Warriors, him and Draymond Green, who is a hard ass, did not get along very well towards the end of Kevin Durant's stint. So there's a possibility that they clash. There's a possibility. But Chris Paul, Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton, I don't know who's going to be plugged in for that last role. If it's TJ Warren and he ends up performing as well as he did a couple years ago with the Pacers, geez, that just offensively, defensively, they're going to be a great team. The Clippers didn't do much. They got rid of Reggie Jackson, which was sad. There's another thing. The Warriors tried to get Gary Payton Jr. back, but he was apparently injured, and they didn't know about his injury, and so they have a physical before any trade could be concluded. He's injured. That whole trade, it was a 4-team trade. That whole trade is canceled. It was nuts. I'm trying to blow by this because I know a lot of people don't care about this.
The Portland Trailblazers. Tell me about that, because
the Blazers will not do much, as always.
Yeah. It's so sad to have one of the best players in the NBA, and he's sticking in there. Jason, what do you think about him, Damian Lillard?
I think loyalty in the NBA at this point is overrated. I think loyalty in one team in the NBA is overrated at this point because it's all about chasing the rings. Everybody's such a ring chaser, just like Kevin Durant, except for Damian Lillard, and I think the pride is getting to him by not wanting to leave, because he will finish as not even in 20 years. People are going to forget about him.
Yeah,
people won't remember the quality in a player that he is currently, because he's still really good, but people will definitely forget about it because he didn't win anything. He was clutch. He made some big shots for the Blazers, but he never did anything. And you could say he didn't have a good team around him. CJ McCollum was good. Nurkic just plays well right now. He has the Jeremy Grant, who is also a good player, but defensively they are all trash. And they tried to make some moves to get good defensive players. They were trying to get Matisse Thybulle from the 76ers, but I think that was I actually don't know for sure. I have to look at it, but I think that was the trade that got canceled. Maybe I can't remember too well, but they were going to make some moves to get their defense up to par, because their offense, they're always this season they're finishing top 5 in net rating on offense, but defensively they just cannot stop anybody, and it makes sense because Jeremy Grant was never a good defensive player. I'm trying to blow past this, Danny, because a lot of people don't care about this, but it's very interesting.
Okay.
I was excited. It was a very exciting trade deadline.
Yeah, man, I can see it.
The Heat didn't do shit. The Nets, Danny, the Nets get rid of Kyrie. They get rid of Kevin Durant. So most people now are like, oh, they suck. I disagree. I think they made a lot of good trades and acquisitions they're going to be a good team. And now and in the future, because they got a bunch of picks. They got a bunch of picks that they could either trade away or keep. But they got Mikal Bridges from the Suns, who I think is a very good two-way player, defensively and offensively is what that means. Joe Harris knocks down shots. Nick Claxton is going to be a really good center, if not already. Defensively, he's really good. Ben Simmons has some. He just chokes. He just cannot handle the pressure.
What's going on with him? It's another player that I used to watch so many highlights of him, and apparently he just started dating one.
The Kendall.
Kendall, yeah. And then after that, it's just like a curse. Apparently,
it's the Kardashian curse. Yes.
What? Wow.
I don't. So he got injured. He's always been known to not have a jumper, but he was always a really good player because defensively he can lock down a guard, like any guard. And excuse me, I was burping. But he could still get in the paint because he's a tall point guard. But he can't shoot. And now his confidence is so low, he doesn't even want to take layups. He's driving to the rim, not looking to lay it up because he's so it's in his head. It's all psychological at this point. The poor guy's suffering, but I think getting rid of those two players, Kyrie and Kevin, is going to maybe shift his mindset. The pressure's not on him anymore. He doesn't have all these cameras on him anymore because he is the star of the Nets. So nobody's going to care for them. You're not going to see them on House of Highlights as much anymore.
Jesus.
Or
Christ,
Bleacher Report. So,
yeah.
They got Spencer Dinwiddie. They got Dorian Finney-Smith. They got these. Mikal Bridges and Dorian Finney-Smith are good defensive players, and they could knock down some good shots. So, and Cam Thomas went like 3 games in a row scoring 40 points. I think he was the youngest player to score 40 points in 3 games in a row, at least 40. Cameron Johnson, who they also got from the Suns, is also a good two-way player. Like, they have a good team. So I'm not going to be surprised if they stay in the playoffs. I think a lot of people think they're gonna sneak out of there. I disagree. I don't think so. I think they're going to be an interesting team to watch. And don't even get me started with my Cavaliers, Danny.
Don't start with Michael Louis.
Thank you.
Louis, yeah.
Celtics are good. Bucks are good. 76ers are good. It looks like the top 4, including the Cavs, are going to stay in the playoff run. The bottom, we'll see what happens in the future. The West is looking very interesting. And also, LeBron James passed the all-time scoring record.
He did.
If I had
38,000 something?
He passed Kareem, who had 38,387. I'm off the top of my head, so I might be wrong.
Something like that, yeah.
I had it. If I had a sound, what are they called? The sound box thing, I would put on like high fives. Congrats to LeBron for reaching that milestone. A lot of people ask me who's the best player ever, and my answer is always going to be LeBron. LeBron James is the reason I fell in love with basketball. LeBron James is the reason I fell in love with the Cavaliers. And
you're one of the generation who, when you were a kid, LeBron James was starting, right? He was with the Cavs.
So the reason I became a Cavaliers fan was I was at a Food for Less one day, and the cashier handed me a Powerade LeBron James sponsored by Powerade magazine, or not a magazine, a comic book.
Oh,
and at this point, my knowledge on basketball was zero. So he was a rookie at 2003. 2004 year, I think, is the year he got drafted. And he was already popular. He was already the chosen one, right? But I didn't know basketball. At that point, I was technically a Laker fan because I just didn't watch, and I was a local boy. So I was like,
go
Kobe.
Lakers. Kobe and Shaq, right?
Yeah. That's the time. Yeah, I think they were still together at that point. Oh, wait a minute. I don't remember. They might have been together. I can't remember too well, but they handed me that comic book. I read it, and I was like, this is cool. And then I just was like, let's check out this LeBron guy. And then I started watching it, and I was like, oh, yeah, I like this guy. And then I just started watching the Cavaliers games. And then I became a big Cavaliers fan up until, the whole time. And then I was like Damian Lillard, and I was like, I can't leave the Cavaliers just because LeBron left. I can't do that. Go get some rings, LeBron. We didn't help you. The Cavaliers organization did not give you the help you needed. What did they give you? Mo Williams and Anton Jameson towards the end of his career? Boobie Gibson, Larry Hughes? Of course I remember. I've watched those games all the time.
So what you thought when he went to the Miami?
I remember being okay with it. Sad because this was the end of an era for the Cavaliers. This was in 2012, I want to say. So I was a senior in high school.
This is what people were doing the whole, remember the whole before TikTok, when they were just stop and they would play the song. I forgot what song it was, and they would just move around like crazy. Do you remember that?
Oh, Yes,
The trend.
yeah. That's
Yeah,
quote challenge.
yeah.
So I was okay with it because he was there for years and they never gave him the support he needed.
And
And I
then
was
he
like,
got
you
the
know what?
support.
I was like, LeBron, you got to do what you got to do. Go get that ring. I'm still going to be a Cavaliers fan. And boy, was it tough. It was tough, man. It was a
They,
fucking struggle. Because then
nobody heard nothing. For somebody who doesn't watch that many often, I didn't hear nothing about the Cavaliers.
they were
All I saw was,
garbage.
yeah,
They were
yeah.
garbage. That year he left, we were garbage. And we were so garbage. We were just complete trash that we got the number 1 pick. And we got Kyrie out of it. And at this, first game I ever went to was a Cavaliers versus Lakers game. I got to see Kobe. I got to see Kyrie on his, I think it was his sophomore year at that point. And I was like, I'm only here for Kyrie because the rest of the team is garbage.
And
Anyways,
Kyrie was putting some shots, right? Kyrie was trying.
I mean, I don't remember if we won, but the Lakers were not good at that year either. Cheap take. Anyways, I'm long way of saying, congrats, LeBron. Always going to be the king of my heart. Always going to be the best player ever in my heart. A lot of people over here, Michael Jordan, blah, 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 blah. You can't compare him, Danny. There's different eras. It's tough to compare, but I just think seeing LeBron play, being the team player he is, doing it on both sides, though he does not get recognized for his defensive efforts today because now he just puts all his effort in offense. He can still guard all 5 positions. He guarded all 5 positions in his heyday. So I don't know. I just can't think of any player who could do what he does except for Luka Doncic today. But he just did it all. He did it on.
He's the Neo. He's the one. He's the one since
the one.
high school. I mean, people were already watching him in high school. He won the national championship in his high school.
Who the fuck knows? No one cares about
high school. He did. Yeah.
Jokic said it best. Nobody has been in their prime their whole career. He doesn't have a prime, LeBron. He's just always been. He's always been in his prime. He's still in his. He's not in his prime, but it's just so hard to say because this whole 20 season span, he's been the GOAT. And I don't say that like the way they use the GOAT today. I mean that the greatest of all time. That's my opinion. I would love for somebody. We need to get more sports people in here so I could debate with them. I was talking to my boss about it. We were having a nice discussion about it. But we need more sports people in here, Danny.
Wait, man,
And that's just the NBA. I'm still going, Danny. You want to talk about the NFL. Tom Brady, go suck a nut. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I never cared about Tom Brady. Overrated. Come at me.
Whoa, Jason, I don't know about overrated.
Come at me. What has he done?
Jason,
What's he done? He's got longevity, sure.
How many championships does he have, Jason?
He has like 6 or 5 or something like that.
Yeah, who else has that?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a big football fan. I feel guilty watching football these days. Tomorrow's the Super Bowl. Today's Saturday morning. Tomorrow's the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna feel a little bit guilty watching it. There's the Dan Lebertard show, which I talk about too often at this point, but that's all I've been listening to every morning. They have a music video. They made some like music, and they just released a music video. NFL stops, something like that. And it's really the way I feel about Nothing Stops Football. Nothing Stops Football is what the song's called, and it's about the struggles the NFL players go through, concussions, rapes.
Rapes.
I mean, Ben Roethlisberger's. He basically did the same thing Kobe did, where they harassed or sexually assaulted a woman and then paid money to put it under the rug, and boom, we forget about it, right? Because that's the NFL. The NFL has no integrity, zero. Roger Goodell is a piece of shit who doesn't care about anything except for the money that the NFL brings in. And that's the same for most of these players. Unfortunately, the NFL fan base is so loyal, they don't care about these players. We saw DeMar Hamlin collapse on the field because of heart conditions, and we forgot about it.
I did saw that. Yeah, I did saw that.
We've basically forgotten about it. Tua Tagovailoa, quarterback for the Miami Dolphins, suffered multiple concussions this season, Danny. And I don't know if you know this. I've been listening to more and more about this. I didn't know too much about it, but now I keep hearing a different thing. Well, not different, but I keep hearing more about it. He suffered his first concussion. They didn't even catch it. But it doesn't make sense how they didn't catch it, because the Dan Le Batard show got a brain specialist on the show the week after it happened, and he was saying there were 5 signs of him having a concussion that they should have seen from above. He stumbled as he was getting up. He shook his head, which is one of these signs of these are all signs of concussions.
Yeah.
And they still put him out there, right? And they're like, he shouldn't play. He's in concussion protocol. All right, don't play. He ends up going back out there, gets a second concussion, which is the one you might have seen where his hands, his fingers were at a locked position.
Yeah, I saw those TikTok those short videos that they have on YouTube. I saw that.
Which that doctor
on Twitter, sorry.
Yeah, that doctor who was on the Dan Le Batard show, he said if he dies, he's going to sue the NFL for letting this player play. And everyone was like, that's an overreaction. That's too far. You're going too far with suing them for murder.
What?
He wanted to sue them for murder because this brain doctor.
No. That's fine. But I'm saying, why would people say that? Why going too far?
Because the NFL fans don't care. They don't care about these people's health. I saw a study recently, or a headline that said 92% of NFL players who have retired, who they have studied, have CTE.
Oof. CTE.
92%. I think I could be wrong about this number. No, I got it.
Chronic
I googled it.
Trauma. Okay, go ahead.
I got it.
Say it.
CTE found in nearly 92% of former NFL players studied. 92%. That is terrible. These people have CTE, and they are doing things. It's causing them to do things that they wouldn't normally do. I think there's been I don't know if I've said it on the podcast. There was a player, Junior Seau, who ex-Dolphins, more famously with the Chargers. He shot himself in the chest, and he killed himself by shooting himself in the chest with a shotgun, so that doctors could study his brain so that they could find out what was wrong with him. And guess what? It was CTE. It was CTE.
What?
He killed himself because of CTE.
How much money does NFL put money so people don't find out? Like us.
We know about it. Everyone knows about it, but they keep putting it under wraps. They keep just putting different things on the news and forgetting about this. There was a movie with Will Smith called Concussion, I think.
Yes.
That they just dug under the rug. I never even saw it.
Yeah.
But they just put it under the rug because they got so much money.
Yeah.
But this player was poor Tua Tagovailoa. I think he suffered 3 or 4 concussions this year, which one concussion can already alter your brain so much. He had about 3 or 4. He is not okay.
I don't know if you've seen how there is a short video that can demonstrate when a concussion happens, how your brain moves.
I've not seen
inside
this.
your skull. It's pretty disturbing. It's pretty disturbing how it can affect really bad. So and I can see this, Jason, because they do really weird stuff. We've been seeing a lot of like NFL players getting arrested or something because they done like
Antonio Brown whipping his penis out in the pool, in a public pool.
Oh my God. Or Aaron, was it Aaron Chavez? What's his name?
Aaron Hernandez.
Aaron Hernandez, the famous case of Aaron Hernandez, who shot. Who was it? The girlfriend's brother?
I don't remember what it was, but he
but
got in
still,
prison for it.
Why would you do that?
He got in prison,
you know what I mean?
and I could be wrong, Danny. He killed himself.
He killed himself. Yes, he said
in
that
jail, right?
He killed himself in jail, apparently.
Yeah. He was also affiliated with gangs, I think, if I remember this correctly. But no excuse. It could, a lot of it. Who knows? Who knows how much of it was due to CTE? Antonio Brown, who we just spoke of, who whipped his penis out in a public pool and masturbated, not just whipped, like it was disgusting what he did. He recently came on Instagram Live, was like, blame my CTE on my ex teammate, blame it on him because he put something extra in his helmet, whatever that meant. James Harrison, I think was his name. It doesn't matter, but he was just kept blaming someone else. He's not okay either. But that music video, it just talks about that, and then they're like, but then we get so many exciting things, the drama of the NFL, the drama of sports. So it's just, he calls himself a hypocrite, Dan Le Batard. I call myself a hypocrite because we still watch these games. We still get amused by them. We can see countless people collapse on the floor. There's injuries every fucking play almost. Almost every play somebody gets injured. But we still watch it.
We still watch. You know, like I said, Jason, one step forward, two steps back. You
Three
know, like
steps back.
Olivia Rodrigo. We still find these sports, not just NFL. There's like UFC, boxing.
Oh my God. Dude, don't even get me started on that stupid slap. The slap.
Oh
thing.
yes, the Russian sport, the slapping in the face. I saw one guy knock out and he was twitching.
Dude, he experienced a concussion. And they're putting this on TBS. This Dana White. So Dana White hit his wife on video. People have this on video. He hit his wife at a New Year's Eve party. Do you know who Dana White is?
No. Let me look it up.
Dana White is the owner and president of UFC.
Oh, yeah. I seen the guy.
He's a macho, very
Misogynist.
machista.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he's a misogynist, but he's a machista guy. Like that's the perception he puts off. He started this slap competition where people slap each other in the face, causing concussions. So he slaps his wife in the face on a video. And then a week or two later is promoting the slap competition. Where is your sensibility?
Oh yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Jesus. He's just
it is insane, and he still gets away with it. There's been so much problematic issues also because there's this famous NBA analyst on ESPN who is just known to be a drama queen, Stephen A. Smith. He is known to so I don't want to. There was a NBA commentator who liked a post of someone calling Stephen A. Smith. I don't even know if I should say this because I don't know if I can, but there's a term that they used during slavery called coons, right? Coons, and that was used for people like, you remember in Django Unchained, Samuel Jackson's character, who kind of, they're slaves, but they were kind and they were kiss asses to their masters. Yeah. So there was an NBA commentator who, I think he still commentates. Good for him for getting away with it. But he liked a post of calling Stephen A. Smith a raccoon. I'm sorry if that's just what they said. I hope that's not coming off inappropriate, and I don't mean to be. If it is inappropriate, I'm sorry. But that's just what it was called. That's what they used, and people did not take lightly to it. But because Stephen A. Smith keeps defending white people, and he recently got called out because he always talks shit on Kyrie Irving, who probably deserves it, right? But he's extra harsh on Kyrie Irving and black people for when they do what they do, whatever it is. But then Dana White's apology, when he apologized, when he came out and spoke about Dana White, which was not bad at all. It was he just continued saying, he's a good friend, and he did what he shouldn't have done what he did, but he did what he did, and he's a good friend. He probably didn't mean it. It's a bullshit excuse for him, and people are like, wait a minute, like Stephen A. Is it because he's white?
Oof.
It just came off bad. Anyways, Dana White is just getting away with this slap competition. People obviously getting concussed while they're slapping each other after he slaps his wife. I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Jason, this is the thing with sports and everything else. If I were to be famous, this is the dark side I don't want to be in. This is just, to be honest, people, I don't know. It's just really dark. It's just, everything sounds really dark. Everything sounds like people are manipulated by money. Everybody. And like you said, the NFL, literally all they want is to have money. I'm pretty sure they spend millions of dollars trying to run, everything. So like social media stuff, so that way it doesn't go out, because stuff like that I don't hear it often unless I look for it, unless I'm interested in it.
It's exactly what you said. Social media, those aren't the things that are getting clicks because people don't want to see what they don't want to see. They don't want to see Dana White being a terrible person every freaking week. They don't want to see the concussions. The stuff you hear about Damar Hamlin in the general media, like Bleacher Report and House of Highlights, you're not going to see the reality of the causes of it.
And they don't put that because
they just put prayers. They put prayers for Tua Tagovailoa, prayers for Damar Hamlin, prayers for all these people, but they don't say, Tua Tagovailoa is on his third concussion. No, it's just prayers. That's all they get. They say that. It's like when there's a mass shooting in America. Prayers. They don't talk about the real issue behind it. Because that's just what social media is. You're not going to see much about what matters, which is why I like the Dan Le Batard show so much. Dan Le Batard is just quick to call out everybody. He's going to be quick to be like, no, I'm going to be the bad guy, apparently the quote bad guy, and say Tua Tagovailoa should not play. While everyone else is saying, I don't know, but the Dolphins have a good chance if he plays. Dan Le Batard's the bad guy for saying, no, he shouldn't, because he might die. He might die the next time he plays.
He might die the next time he plays, and it's sad, Jason. It's sad because it's sad because, like you said, you feel guilty because you're like, oh yeah, I love watching the sport, but at the same time, you're like, but damn, they're getting hit hard. But yeah, they're getting paid a lot of money. But then again, is a lot of money worth their lives?
No.
And you know what? It's not just, look, racism is all over there. It's not just NFL. Also, I've seen it in soccer many times. It's European soccer mostly.
Beautiful segue, Danny.
Yeah. So I know you're gonna go there, Jason, because I heard something. Yeah.
Go ahead, finish what you were saying though.
I heard something about European soccer just being really racist. So
beautiful segue, Danny.
Yeah.
I did want to go on and talk about soccer. You are correct. Still to this day, we see banana peels getting thrown at black players. It's usually in the leagues such as the Russian leagues or the German leagues. A country that is filled with white people. You don't see it. You do still see it in Spanish and French leagues.
You do see it in Spain. I've seen it in Spain.
They still do monkey sounds at them, and they still chant racist things. Atletico Madrid was one of the more recent big news ones because they were being racist towards, I forget who. I apologize, but I forget who. But they were being racist towards a black player. They had to issue an apology. They had to ban some fans for it. They're making efforts, but it is still out there. It's still happening. Those are the hooligans in soccer, is what they're called. The fans who just want to get in trouble, who want to get in some shit because they are such, quotes, deep and big fans that they think they need to show it by being hooligans. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's still a thing, unfortunately, and who knows how long it's gonna be a thing. Probably a while. But on lighter news, I want to talk about Real Madrid losing, and I know we have some podcast fans who are Real Madrid fans. I'm sorry, but they're just not looking good in La Liga. They've dropped so many points lately, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Xavi's Barcelona is looking great defensively. God, that back four with Balde in there, who's only like 18 or 19, they're looking phenomenal with Kunde, Christensen, and Araujo. They're looking so good. Fast, smart. They're not committing dumb penalties like I'm missing his name because he doesn't even play as often anymore. But the Spanish player for Barcelona, he was committing some dumb handballs and fouls in the penalty area. That's out of the way. Pedri and Gavi are playing phenomenal, 18 and 19 years old. These they're
really young. They're really young,
and they play so mature.
Yeah.
They play so mature. They don't force anything. They don't make dumb decisions. They're playing so great, and it's beautiful.
Real Madrid is playing today at 11, right? With this, I'm looking right now. With
Today?
Al Hilal. It says today.
Okay.
Or wait. Never mind. Today, Club World Cup today, 11 a.m.
Oh, they're playing
Final?
the Club World Cup?
Yeah.
No one cares about that.
What is that? Just the club with all the other different from other countries, right? That's just the cup from playing all the clubs from different.
It is the champions of so it is the champs of the respective um regions
Mhm.
cup. So Real Madrid is in it because they won the the Champions League.
Mhm.
So, and that's a European cup.
Okay.
Flamengo is the region's champion, South America. I don't remember what that cup is called, and then Al Hilal for that region, blah 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 blah. But you know, you win the Champions League, you win the Club World Cup. It's pretty much
Okay.
just how it goes because that's where the best teams
The
are at.
best of the best,
Yeah,
the best of the best from their region.
from that,
Yeah.
yeah, the best of the best from that region. But it just, who cares? I mean, Barcelona's won it, but who cares? No one cares about that Club World Cup. It's not
Mhm.
fair because they're gonna go up playing against a team that just isn't nearly of the same
Oh,
quality.
you're right. It might be, for example, if Guatemala were to win, somebody from Guatemala were to win
A
that
team.
one, and they go against Real Madrid.
It's not. Yeah, it's not gonna matter. Flamengo won 4
Eh,
to 2, so they're gonna go on to face Real Madrid. I mean, unless Real Madrid really drops the ball against Al Hilal,
Mhm.
it's not gonna happen. But if it does happen, they're gonna go up against Flamengo, and whatever. No one cares about that. Hopefully they lose. It's been
But you know
exciting.
what?
Yeah.
But you know what? From perspective of seeing people not wearing the Real Madrid t-shirts a lot no more. They've been wearing a lot of the PSG shirts. I see a
Ugh.
lot of PSG, a lot of United Manchester, a lot of other, which I think is great, Jason, because it was mostly for where we live. Latinos, especially like uh, not Mexico mostly, but mostly other countries besides Mexico, they love European soccer, and you will see a lot. It will just be Real Madrid or Barcelona. That's it. That's the two. But now you see a lot of different T-shirts everywhere. But
Yeah. Manchester.
yeah,
Well, European soccer is getting more popular in America.
it is getting more popular.
It's getting more
Yeah,
popular. The World Cup made it even bigger. But this
yeah,
happens almost every World Cup where
yeah.
the fair weather fans come in and they're like, "Wow, this is great. This soccer isn't that bad. It's really intense. There's a lot of drama behind it." And then they get past the World Cup and they start watching the MLS because that is a little more accessible here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then they're like, "Oh, wait a minute. Soccer
This it's not
isn't
as
that good. Soccer isn't that interesting, and it's because you're watching the MLS. Not for everybody, obviously, but people end up forgetting about the European leagues in America. In America, it just doesn't seem
yeah.
to blow up because Americans don't like 0-0s. They don't like the slow build-up plays and the slow. It's a little slower than what we're used to, unless you watch boring as baseball. Which,
I will.
unfortunately, sorry, baseball fans, I don't have much to say about baseball. No one cares about it.
Yeah, I will have to say, Jason. Sometimes I some of the tweets I see that my friends share, it has to do a lot with Manchester City. A lot of drama is going on. I'm gonna text
Yeah.
you one of these days and just be like, "Hey, Jason, what the fuck is they talking about?" Because I don't get it. I really don't get it. Some of the players. There's a lot. There's a lot for the European soccer to understand, and I'm like, for the drama that's going on, and it's fun. It looks like it's
There,
fun.
you're right. There is a whole lot. Chelsea
Yeah.
Chelsea is owned by an American owner, and this American
Oh.
owner is bringing an American philosophy towards their finances. In America, especially in
Oh.
baseball, you sign players for about 8 years, right? Like
Yeah.
you're like, we're committed to you. You're gonna come out here and you're gonna perform well. 4 year extensions, whatever, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
That's not very common in European soccer. They give
It's
them
like,
3-year deals, 4-year deals max, right? But 1 year, 2 years, those are common. It's like you perform, you prove yourself. Messi's gonna get whatever he gets, but the majority of the players who aren't as big, they get these smaller deals. But Chelsea's coming with a different mindset. They're giving players like Enzo Fernandez 8-year deals, and that's crazy. In soccer, it's tough. It's not as common to see these players, especially like Enzo Fernandez, because I don't think he's proven himself very much. But they get these smaller deals, and it's like, all right, prove yourself year after year. Mo Salah is great, but he's kind of been unknown for this past season. Like, he's just dipped. He's dipped, and that's how it goes sometimes. He was with, he's bounced around a little bit. I'm now forgetting where he's been. He was with Chelsea, where he didn't succeed very well, but he was fine. He just didn't prove it. So then he went to a different team, which now I'm forgetting. I apologize. And he ended up blowing up again. So that's when Liverpool were like, "You're coming with us," and he exceeded expectations even more so. But now it's just dipped down, and that's just the way it goes in soccer. Sometimes you have your great season, and then you dip. So the deals that Chelsea's giving are very weird. They're uncommon. They're giving him lots of money to stay for a long time, and they're gonna have to prove it year after year. And the likelihood of it happening is very low.
Really low, and then they can just use the money to be like, I'm just chilling over here. I'm just enjoying my life. I'll play a couple of games. I'll do what I can.
I think sports players athletes are more proud than that. I think the majority of them are they have their pride that's going to keep them from thinking that mindset. I don't think there's always a common saying and like by commentators saying the other team wanted it more. The other team wanted this win more, and I just always think that's complete BS. Because no, how could you say that a team wanted to win more than the other team? No, the other team wants to win just as much, but they just didn't have it in them to do it. So I don't think sport athletes can just turn that off and on. I think they, for the most part, I think they are egotistical, proud players who want to always win.
Hey, that's Kobe.
R.I.P. Manchester City is a whole nother thing though, because they are owned by, they have that Saudi money. I think Qatari money. They have a lot of money with them, and they've been known to skirt the lines of they get away with a lot because of financial fair play. There's a lot of intricacies to European soccer rules, FIFA soccer rules, that I don't understand. I don't know, so I can't even begin to understand them. But they get away with a lot because of money.
Wasn't it Cristiano Ronaldo's wife that told her like, "Hey, if you move here, don't worry about wearing the I forgot the name of it. What the ladies have to put on, and Muslim women have to put on over their head."
In Saudi Arabia, they have their dumb strict rules, and it's their culture. I guess do what you do, but a lot of it's misogynistic. So maybe don't do what you do. Yeah. They let her get away with a couple things. Number one, I don't know which one it is. They have a different names for the different headwear, but they said like, no, you don't have to wear that. They also are not married and live together, and that's another no in Saudi Arabia.
That's a no, and they're really hardcore with everybody else. But hey, with Cristiano Ronaldo, hey buddy,
it's the income. It's the money that he could bring in just by name alone, and putting seats, putting butt cheeks in seats. He's got that capability, so they get away with it. Soccer is it's also, like you said, it's also very manipulative, and they also get away with a lot.
It's just money, man. Money just just money, just
Heck yeah.
Are we gonna turn like that?
Huh?
Are we gonna turn like that?
Who?
Us?
You and I?
If we get money
Once
like
we get
that.
money?
Yeah.
How do you think it's gonna play out, Danny? How do you think? What is one, our relationship gonna turn into, and two, who turns out to be the bigger egotistical guy?
I think it's you.
Oh, I knew you were gonna say that. I don't think so. I've thought about this.
Me?
I don't know. I don't think either of us become egotistical, but I think you become a little more than I do. I thought about this a little bit, and
go ahead.
I don't care too much about getting to that level of money. We're popular. Yes. I don't care too much for that, and I don't think that'll change.
Jason, I told myself if I ever become rich, I definitely don't want to be like that, because it would just put me in a bad mood, because I was gonna say I like to hurt people. I hate hurting people.
Oh wow, you like to hurt people?
No. I hate putting people down. Sometimes I feel bad for people. I see stuff that happens to other people, and I'm like, why? Nobody's what?
You know,
How come?
what I don't love the thought of. I don't like the thought of being the voice for so many. I think that is
It is a
being
lot.
a Twitch streamer and being the voice for somebody. Because
It
there's
is a
so
lot.
many,
Yeah.
like these young kids are watching Twitch and they're being fed dumb ass things by these
man.
people
Yeah.
who just should not be giving advice. Or I got aggregated some I forget his name. He's a popular Twitch streamer.
I know you're talking about KSI. No, not KSI.
No.
The other one, the one with the Hogwarts Legacy thing.
No,
video.
I don't know. I don't know too much about that guy. No, there's another guy. I can't remember his
Speed?
name.
Speed.
Well, I mean, that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
Like, he's just too much for me. No. He's not black. I don't remember who it is. But there's a guy.
The white guy.
I don't remember who he is, Danny. I don't remember his name. But
okay, go
they
ahead.
asked them, like, what do you think the average income in America is?
Oh yes. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
he
yeah.
gave like a crazy number, like 150,000, 200,000.
100,000. Yeah.
And it was like, what the fuck? Are you so out of reality at this point?
Yeah. Yeah.
That you don't understand how many people are suffering? And then he's like, yeah, people really need to do something about this. I was like, yeah, you should be more in tune with America and with society. What I'm trying to say is, I don't want to get to this point where I just like, I'm now the voice of people, of anybody. These people are like, these kids are watching these people and they're being taught basically by these people who don't know much. They're just Twitch streamers.
Jason, you had no idea how many. Denise tells me some of the times that they know the street streamers. They follow them. They know what they do. I see some of my nephews watch some of the stuff that other people do, and I'm like, that's their idol. That's their idol. That's literally their idol. It's I know there's kids who will watch anything else, but most of them here in America, they watch those. Yeah, like
They
you said,
love
those
Twitch
streamers. And they do stupid stuff like the one I was telling you, the
Hogwarts Legacy one.
the one. Yeah, he did a video with Howard Legacy, and there was a girl. He's like, say the N word.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it's follow me.
There's-
Just say this. And she said it, and I was like,
I saw a tweet about that saying that it was something like I'm not a fan of this this trend of black people getting non-black people to say racist things
to say
for
that
comedy. And it's what's happening because it's what's getting views, it's what's getting likes. They're getting aggregated, they're getting popular for doing that sort of thing. And it's going to turn into kids not knowing. They're just going to repeat it, obviously, because they're kids. They're going to repeat it, and they're going to think it's funny. Oh, this white girl said the N-word. Oh, that's funny, right? People would laugh about that. That's how I could get famous? Heck yeah. I'm going to do this now. And it's just, it's all backwards. It's going to shit. I don't know much about that guy, Kai Cenat or something like that.
Yeah. I only watch some of the things that I don't watch him at all. I never seen his, because that's not my type of stuff that I like to watch. But he does show, like, I don't know. Like you said, they just go by the hype. It doesn't matter what it is. They go by the hype.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. That's what I mean. I don't want to get to that level. Maybe we won't, because I'm just going to continue talking shit, Danny, on these Twitch streamers. And if you want to, I don't want to hold you back, though. I don't want to hold you back. If you want to get to some point where you become popular, you get to this level of like, wow, we're getting a lot more people. And then, but Jason keeps fucking talking shit on these Twitch streamers who don't know shit. Jason keeps talking about the NFL, and he's getting banned to talk about the NFL because he keeps talking shit.
I cannot imagine myself. I can see ourselves if somebody invited us to be like, hey, you want to come to our Twitch streamers, and then they'll boost our viewers, because that's what people do. People want to be. They when there's a high streamer person, they want to be in that so they can get their numbers up. But at what cost?
And then they kiss ass for it.
Yeah,
I don't want to do that. I think I think the journalist in me is like, fuck that. You can't. No. No, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to say what I feel. I'm not just going to come over here and kiss your ass because you're a Twitch streamer with millions of followers. No, fuck that. I don't care. What does that mean to me? I've always been weirded out by the idea of celebrity YouTubers, celebrity Twitch streamers. Like, because it's so different to me than celebrities who are actors. And musicians, because they not to say that some Twitch streamers, because I know a lot of people put a lot of effort into it, but some of them are just like, you didn't put as much effort. You're not doing something as in my opinion, artistic as this musician.
I do like Dr. Disrespect a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I do watch his streams.
Didn't he cheat on his wife or something?
I don't know. There's a thing, and now because I started watching him more often, and now that I'm like, did he do something bad? Because I don't know, Jason. Now I'm like, I don't know. If I like somebody, then I'm like, oh, they did this, and I'm like, fuck. I used to like their content, but now I don't know.
I just remember seeing him apologize for something.
I don't know what he apologized, but
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
But that's the thing, though. Like now, everybody they do. Is it just something that happens? Once you become something like that famous, you just do something dumb.
See, you have all these opportunities, right? You have the money, and you have a little bit more time, right? And you're doing these fun things to become more popular. So that means you get invited to do things that other people are doing. So then it's like, oh, I want to go hang out with this guy. They're popular. I want to go hang out with them and have some fun. And then you do some dumbass shit. Then you get used to it. And then you're like, I want to continue doing this dumbass shit.
There's one guy though who hasn't done. I haven't heard anything, unless I haven't heard anything. But I still watch him. Once in a while. Is Dashy Dash?
Who's that?
Dash. He has like 7 million subscribers.
Dash. I've like I said, Danny, I never got into watching a lot of this stuff, so I don't know like that many YouTubers or.
Yeah, Dashy, he's funny to me. He doesn't change his routine. He's been doing it for years. He has 6.42 million subscribers.
What's his name? Dashy Dash.
I put Dashy Games. That's his main channel.
Okay.
And he has his whole setup. He's been losing a lot of weight because he's been focusing on fitness, and like he just does funny videos. He just traditional videos where he just plays a game and just reacts to it. And he used to do skits too before, and that's one of the YouTubers. I never heard nothing bad about him. Also, another guy, I forgot the name of it, but another YouTuber who has 10 million views, and I don't think he has shown his face. All he's done is just played the games, and that's it. It doesn't even do like outrageous commentating or stuff like that. I want to be like those guys, Jason. I want us to be just frequently stable.
We do our thing, and we do our thing.
Yeah, and that's it. And if people want to invite us, hey, we'll go. But if some weird shit, if they're fucking starting to play the Ouija board and starting to do rituals, I'm like,
whoa, no, we don't mess with that.
Nope. What do you mean? This is how you get more views.
But do the Ouija? Are people doing that?
People play the Ouija board just for fun.
That's crazy to us. Some people don't believe it, Danny. But you know our saying. What if? What if it's real? No, thank you.
No.
No,
thank you, sir.
No, thank you, sir. Take that and put it in the bag. You know, I have been seeing every now and then is who seems to be on the right side of history is the Hassan.
Hassan
on Twitch. Hassan Abi. He seems to be on the right side of history. He seems to be oh wait, is that his name? I'm actually not positive.
No, I can't find Hassan.
Yes. I think that's his
Abi
name.
Hassan? Or was his
Yes.
name? Abi Hassan. Okay.
Hassan Piker.
Oh
wait, also known as Hassan Abi.
Hassan.
He's a Turkish-American Twitch streamer and left-wing political commentator. Oh, I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah,
he's a columnist on the Huffington Post. I didn't know that. I don't watch them. I don't watch them. I just sometimes see. I get aggregated their streams sometimes on my Twitter because you click one video, then it just wants to give you a bunch of their videos.
I I feel guilty, Jason.
Why?
And you say you don't watch this, which is good, because I feel guilty because we have so much technology. I'm watching some of these videos, and I'm like, why am I watching this when I can be learning so much more about the universe? I can literally right now, unless there's a temper with the information that we are being taught or being watched, I can type down how many solar systems do we have? What's what is what, we? I can literally look up anything and learn about anything else that can be so productive to myself. But yet, Jason, sometimes I watch this type of videos and I just stay there and I
You're
don't
entertained
remember
by
it
it.
until later. Yeah, and I don't like it. And this is the urge for science has been going down for me a lot.
What do you
A
mean?
lot.
What do you mean? Like your
Like
interest in it?
my interest in it because I've been so entertained with other shit that is not even meaningful at all. And I feel like that's what happened with the kids. They're being entertained with stuff that it shouldn't. It doesn't not matter at all. It's just entertainment.
Well, see, but
And
then it's like
But
on
I
the
get it.
on the other side, they're what we used to watch was Saturday morning cartoons. We would watch whatever was on, right? The WB and Saturday mornings. That was what it was for us. For
Yeah.
them is just their medium is just Twitch and YouTube now.
Yeah, but remember this. Those, let's say, yes, you're right. But those were like hours. Like, okay, at this time we're gonna have this, and then after that there was nothing else. But for now generation, it's constantly. You can watch anything at any time, anywhere.
Mhm.
It is more frequently. That's the thing. It's more frequently
I
than
see what
we
you're
used to watch it. Yeah.
I mean, and
So-
then also they're watching people who knows what their ideology is, and it might not be very good. And we were just watching cartoons for the most part, innocent cartoons.
Mucha lucha. Remember Mucha lucha?
Mucha lucha, yeah, I do remember.
Mucha
I didn't
lucha.
watch it much, but I remember it.
Yeah, I remember that. Or
Um, While they're watching Twitch streamers saying God knows what, slipping up and saying like PewDiePie slipping up and saying what did he say, the F word? I think he said the F word.
he also said the N word one point.
Oh, I
and-
think that might have been what it was.
Yeah, he said the N word.
It's so scary because
years ago.
sometimes it just comes off so naturally
just-
for them. Like, it's not their first time. They're not just saying it. Whoops, that was a
Yeah,
slip up.
Just don't say it. When I try not to say bad words, Jason, I say fudge.
That's not
fudge.
the F word I'm talking about. Though. I'm talking about the derogatory
Oh,
term for gay people.
yeah. Okay. But still, just
Don't say. I mean, don't say it. Yeah, don't say it. But it's in
just,
their vocabulary. So then
Yeah.
their vocabulary gets into these children's vocabulary.
It's funny because people say some people say like, oh, this generation is so bad. It's always been bad.
We're
It's
always
just
bad.
different. It's a different. It's a
different bad.
different time. It's a different bad. You think back then there were people who used to be mean and used to do other things.
Well, I think it's also like what the generation before us thought about us when we would be so glued to TVs, right?
Oh yeah,
Like it was just the same thing. But it just, I don't know, it just feels so different to me viewing a YouTuber or Twitch streamer as a celebrity. Because
That's how it
celebrities
is.
were always,
yeah.
like, at least in some way, idealistic in terms of they know they shouldn't say certain things, or they know they should be proponents for something more positive for the most part. But with Twitch streamers and celebrities, it feels like but who are you, and like why should I be listening to you? What have you done aside from stream daily? Not to say, I feel like it's coming very negative. Like I'm saying it very negatively towards
No, but
streamers.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean, Jason. I know what you're talking about. And like, you know what? Even sports players are fucking into them.
Yeah.
Sports players. Don't you see those? Sometimes you see those, like, somebody who's a Twitch streamer or somebody, and they're just there in the game, and some guy just goes up to them, "Hey, what's up, man? Like, I'm a fan of you." Like,
Yeah.
LeBron James is a fan of the what's it called? The channel, this guy who do skits. the CRD.
I don't believe he's actually fans of that. He probably just
He
says it for the
He
clout.
said he says he watches them all their videos.
He says it. I don't believe it. You believe LeBron's a liar though. You see him? Did you see? Did you see him getting caught? Because he said he after one of the
Offset, yeah,
yeah.
Offset died,
He's like, oh
yeah.
yeah, I liked them before they got famous, and they weren't even like a together. Like they weren't
They were
a
like,
rap.
no,
group,
they were
a
making
group
jokes.
yet.
They were like 10. They were 10 years old.
Yeah. he's a liar, you know. So who knows of that guy? But I mean, I guess the same thing I'm saying about these Twitch streamers could be said about athletes who sometimes say the wrong thing. Like there's Nick Bosa, who is Defensive Player of the Year this year. He's a player for the 49ers. He's kind of known to be a right winger. He was pro-Trump and he's said some bad things. So same thing. Athletes who I look at in a higher echelon of people, I guess. I don't know what the proper term, but they could also be prone to saying bad and dumb things.
They do. Recently, this you saw the NHL hockey player who did not want to wear his sports team jersey because they had the pride flag or something.
Oh, I did not see this.
Yeah, I forgot which player was it, but I think it's for the Oils. Oh, I forgot
The
what team
Oilers?
it was. The Oilers, is that what it's called? The Oilers. Yeah, he didn't want to wear. He says, "I respect everybody's opinions. I respect everybody, but I'm not gonna wear. They're not gonna wear the jersey or something." And then his coach was kind of defending him too. It's like, hey, like he's a real. That's his view that he doesn't want to. You know, he didn't want to wear it or something like that. Yeah, he didn't want to wear the Pride T-shirt. If you want to look it up, but yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
still a thing that people.
Human beings just get along. Jesus Christ, man. This is so hard. We're all humans. Jason, we're all humans. This is it frustrates me that we're all the same fucking species. And yet we just want to hate, man. Oh my God. Jesus Christ, Jason. It's just
I know.
yeah.
I'm with you. Yeah. I would say to backtrack a little bit to the YouTuber stuff. There was a point. I used to watch those Let's Plays, and I used to watch. Do you know who C-Niners is? He got very popular at a point.
Yeah. Oh, I don't see that.
You see that? I used to watch him and his little band of characters with Gassy Mexican.
Yes. Oh yes, Gassy Mexican. Oh my
Chilled Chaos.
God. Yes.
Chilled Chaos, who is still very popular apparently. I don't watch them anymore.
Well,
I just
Cena still has 5 million. Jesus
he
Christ.
doesn't post videos anymore though. Sometimes I go back and like watch videos for
7
nostalgia.
months. Yeah.
But I never thought of like, oh, if I were to see them, I would get so excited. Cause it was just like, I don't know, maybe it's because it's just the same shit we do. Like we just play video games and we just play video games and we talk throughout it. We joke around. So it's like, are they really doing something really crazy cool, like impressive, like these athletes or like I'm impressed by? Or maybe that's what it is for me.
No. Don't worry. I'm the same way because I don't want to treat anybody else like a god deity. You know, like I like the stuff. I like what people make, but I will. If I were in person, I would just be respectful. But I would not like treat them like, oh my god, you're my favorite. You know, like the reason why it changed me a lot is when I met. Remember when we went to PSX, and it was with Doug and Danny. You know, your other friends are my friends now. Yeah. And Doug and I knew who the guy was. This is the guy from they used to have the what was the show? Oh god, do you remember the guy used to do What You Didn't Know or something like that?
No.
Oh, anyways, he had a show, and I used to like the show, and I think Doug too. And Doug and I we went to want to take a picture of him, and I think he said no or he said yes
Really?
or something.
Oh.
But he looked like I got literally the expression of he's like a picture with this guys, like kind of like with his fans. I wasn't a fan. I just wanted to take a picture with him. You know, I never done that before.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, let me, I like his show. I like what you do. And he just did not seem interested at all. And I remember his face. I just remember, I forgot his name and his show. That's why I have to laugh. Because I was
After
like,
that, you're like, screw
I was
you
like,
then.
all right, you know what? No. And this is the thing, Jason. Is one thing is liking the stuff that people do. In my opinion, liking the stuff that people do. Another thing is praising them. It's really hard for me to praise somebody because I don't. If there's a, I don't want to treat them like there's a deity or like they're gods because people do. People do. There's some fans there who are, oh my god, they Google and God. That's fine. I don't care. I don't want to be treated because they're human beings. To me, we're all human beings. We all should be treated equally. I'm just an equalist. An equalist.
I don't know if that's a thing. We could make it a thing if.
But
it's not
anyway,
already.
because of him, it ruined me. I'm like, I should not be treating people too high up. If I were to meet Jason, let me tell you this. I had a dream. I had a dream that I was a producer, and I was gonna produce for Shakira.
Oh wow.
And I wish, and then I just remember that dream. I told Shakira, I don't care what happened, you Piqué. I really don't care. I'm just here when I make some good music with you, and let's just go back. I said to her, let's go back to the old days when you used to remember your songs from the old days. Let's bring that back. Let's bring it back and let's make good music.
Yeah.
That's all I remember.
That is so random and weird.
It's because I've been listening to her song. I think that's why it triggered me a couple of days. Yeah.
You're an idiot.
It's
Speaking of in other sports news, Dani
Yeah.
Alves is piece of shit ass, famous Barcelona player, Brazilian. He got arrested for sexually assaulting a woman in a Barcelona club.
Why?
What's wrong with people?
Why?
You know, Danny, today's theme for you seems to be 1 step forward, 3 steps back. I don't know if we're taking a step forward. I don't know if we are. I don't know if there is being a step being forward. I don't know if there is.
Do we? Okay, I want a scientist to come to our show, Jason, and just tell us: do we have an egotistical organ in our body that once we fed up with a lot of praise, with a lot of money, it just grows like a tumor and it just takes over us? Is that a thing, Jason? It seems like it.
How can we get a scientist on here, do you think?
Who can we ask? I can ask my doctor.
Are you cool with your doctor like that?
No.
I feel like I've never laughed like that before. That was a new laugh for me. Oh, that was a new laugh for you right there. I like that laugh. Oh man, we really went off on.
What are
we talked a lot today. Let's go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry about because the whole topic today with you was all the news that you were excited for sports.
We're gonna have to split this. We're gonna have to split this, Danny.
I mean, at this point, to be honest, this is part. Is this part 2? Yeah, this is part 2.
This is what we're gonna do. YouTubers who are watching live, you're gonna keep it in one because I haven't looked into how to split lives into 2. So you're gonna get the whole full episode. I'm sorry if that intimidates you because I know some people don't want to see an hour 30 minutes. I gotta listen to the whole thing. It was yes and no. We're gonna split it up on.
But
the
by the way, the YouTube video people, when I said about the Terrell and Shaniqua, I did know the Terrell and Shaniqua.
Okay. So we're gonna split this up into 2. Oh, wait. We'll talk about that off. How about we go in, Danny? We go give the people what they want. And
What do they want?
Last minute joke with Danny.
Jason, I feel like I'm not best for this joke, so I'm gonna bring somebody who we all know.
Oh shit!
Because he told me about this joke and I was not impressed with it.
I'm surprised that we are getting him so often as we are getting him.
You know,
I thought he was gonna be like every now and then, but
it's because he flies from Southwest Airlines, and it's really cheap in Southwest Airlines right now after the whole debungle that happened to them in December.
hey, yeah, I also heard. Hold on, hold on. Don't bring him on yet. Don't bring. You're bringing on Joey from Brooklyn, right?
Yes.
I heard Joey from Brooklyn was cheating on his wife.
Oh, Jason, don't let me start. Don't let me start. By the way, that was not his wife.
What?
You heard about her? Yes. Oh, Jason.
Wait, tell me another time. Tell me another time. Tell me another time. Go bring him on because he's over there. I don't want you to get caught talking about him. I hope he doesn't listen.
About me?
Oh shit.
You talking shit about me? No, Joey. No, Joey. No.
Joey. You there? I think we're experiencing some technical difficulties on Danny's side. Apologies. Not sure what's going on over there. I'm going to await some sort of message. I don't know what's going on. This is unprecedented. I hope nothing serious is going on. I think he was gonna get Joey from Brooklyn to get on and do the last minute jokes with Dan. Scratch that with Shawnee.
I had to apologize. Joey broke my mic. This is I'm sorry, Jay. I'm sorry. I had to kick him off a bit because he heard what you said about his wife, and he did not like it at all.
I didn't say anything. I just. Where is he now? Did he leave?
No, I had to calm him down with some. I had some old ass English beer that he likes to drink.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't know
I'm
what
trying
that
to calm him down.
I don't exactly know what that means. Are you on your other microphone then? On your
Yes, I
mic?
had to be because apparently something happened with my mic, and I apologize for my.
Wait, did something really happen?
Yeah, there's something.
Potato.
You know what? Joey from Brooklyn is gonna have to come back some other time. All right, he's really right now. Okay, and he told me the joke to tell people, but he's just like it was not even a joke. It's just he just tells me pick up lines that he wants me to tell people. You know. And he told me he's like, oh, he was gonna tell me before he got mad at you. Hey, I want. Yeah, he says I want Jason to be I want to be Jason's basketball. And I said, why, Joy? Why you want to be Jason's basketball? So he can dribble in and shoot me in the hole. I don't know. I keep saying I don't like Joy's little pickup lines that he has for women. I don't know.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know either. I really don't know. I don't know.
Hey, Danny, what time is it when the clock strikes 13?
That's going to be 1.
Time to get a new clock.
Why? What?
Check us out on we got to be more active on stuff, Danny. We got to be more active on stuff. I'm over here telling people to go on Instagram, Twitter, all that mumbo jumbo. We're not doing shit, man. We should have been streaming under our Twitch for when we were playing Quiplash and that BS.
Oh yeah!
You are cutting out right now. You gotta fix the microphone that you broke. Hello? Well, it's just me again. I'll finish this off. Don't worry, Danny, son.
I don't know what happened to my mic. Something happened with my. I'm telling you, Joey was really mad. He was grabbing the mic. He's like, "Who the fuck do he think he is?
You fucking potato."
He from Second Street. He from New York. I don't know what he was saying. I don't know, to be honest. I'm sorry. I'll bring it next time. I'll tell him to come down right now. He's trying to come in through the door. Oh no, he's not gone. I think he just passed out. He passed out.
Okay, well, check us out on Instagram, Twitter, the YouTube, the Twitch, the everything we try to do, but we don't do successfully. Not yet. We'll see, Danny. We'll see.
Keep telling us, we're not YouTube personalities right yet. Okay, we're not social media personalities yet. We don't know how that works. All right.
Thanks for joining us. I've been Jason. That's been Danny. We've been Tan.
Jens.